Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'll be ranking the 16 Thursday night football games of the 2025 season. This on another episode of So, in years past, Thursday night football has not exactly been given the greatest list of games. That's been a wide complaint over the past few years, but this year, honestly, it was kind of hard to rank these. That being said, for this video's sake, I had to rank them. I think most of them are good. Most of them should be great games, and actually I'm really glad the NFL gave this amount of good games to Thursday Night Football, and we don't have a repeat of years past where Thursday Night Football's games were mostly forgettable. At last place, at number 16, is one of the few games I actually don't like for Thursday Night Football, and that's the Jets playing the Patriots in Week 11. I don't dislike this matchup. I actually, of course, they play twice a year. It's gonna be a good game between the two of them. It's just this kind of game I feel like lacks some of the major elite team matchups that a lot of the other games on this list has. Again, I think it'll be a fun game and they match up pretty well against each other. It's just not. It's not like it's two juggernauts going at it. At number 15, we have the Las Vegas Raiders against the Denver Broncos in Week 10. This is a good division matchup. I don't dislike that the NFL is trying to show them more. I just don't think it's as good as a lot of the other games on this list. And now with those two out of the way, we move on to the games I actually am more excited for. At number 14, we have the Baltimore Ravens up against the Miami Dolphins in Week 9. Now, this game, I think, could be exciting, but I feel like it's a little bit one-sided. I feel like the Ravens are going to be a much better team than the Dolphins this year. At number 13, we have another divisional matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 17. Now, one of the things this game has going for it is it's that late in the season that this game might have major playoff implications for the AFC. On the flip side of that, if this game has no playoff implications for these two teams by this point, this becomes kind of a meaningless game to watch. At number 12, we have an interesting matchup, and I honestly am surprised it is a Thursday night football game. It's the Chicago Bears against the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 13. Now, this game being up here on the list completely depends on if the Bears actually will be good this year. If the Bears are good, this is the perfect placement in the rankings for this game. If the Bears once again fall to mediocrity, this should be down with the number 15 and 16 down with them, because this game, if the Bears are good, great matchup, upcoming team in the Bears against the last year's Super Bowl champions. So, but if they aren't good, then you get Super Bowl champions blowing out the Bears, and unless you're a Packers fan, that's not entertaining football. At number 11, we have another divisional matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 15. Now, don't get me wrong. This will be a good game. It'll be fun to watch. But this is from the NFC South. There's two teams here, both from that division. And it's not as exciting as basically every game I have above it on this list. At number 10, we stick with the divisional game trend, and we have the Seattle Seahawks playing the Arizona Cardinals. Now, here, again, with the same thing with the Falcons-Buccaneers game, it lacks some of the pizzazz of two elite teams playing off against each other. But the one nice thing here is we get to see the Sam Darnold Seahawks, which isn't experiment in of itself, because they brought in Sam Darnold, they brought in Cooper Kupp. This offense looks very different than 2024, going up against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals early in the season. At number 9, we have the Miami Dolphins playing the Buffalo Bills in Week 3. Now, divisional matchup, obviously, and it could be interesting. The Dolphins have had some great games against Buffalo in the past, but at home, the Bills are usually the better team, and it's not a close match. So I don't think it's that exciting. It has the potential to be, but I think the Bills will still be the best team in the AFC East. I'm not that excited for this game. At number 8, we're sticking with the division games, and we're getting the Los Angeles Rams against the Seattle Seahawks in Week 16. This game has the potential to have playoff implications for the NFC, with the Rams and Seahawks both potentially being playoff teams in 2025, and there's a good rivalry there. Rams and Seahawks have had a lot of good games over the past few years, and this also has the bonus of being a Cooper Kupp versus the Rams game. At number 7, we're not leaving the divisional games just yet, and we have the Eagles versus the Giants in Week 6. The only reason this is here is because of the Saquon Barkley against the Giants part of it. I don't think the Giants are going to win this game. It's not a matchup they can win this early in the season, especially considering the Giants' schedule being brutal. And the Eagles are just the better team here. At number 6, we're sticking with another in-division game, and we get the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Cincinnati Bengals. This actually will be pretty interesting now that Aaron Rodgers has signed with the Steelers. Get Joe Burrow and the high-powered Bengals offense going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers and their very good defense. At number 5, we have the Bills taking on the Texans in Week 12. If CJ Stroud rebounds from his down year and the Texans take steps to be a better team in 2025, them going up against the Buffalo Bills could be very interesting. At number 4, we have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams in Week 5. This game is going to be electric. It's in SoFi. Of course, the 49ers fans like to travel down there. Ha ha, very funny. But I do think this game will be very good because it's a testing ground to see who will be the top dog in the NFC West. Will it be the 49ers recovering off of their terrible 2024 campaign, or will it be the Rams fresh off of a great year in 2024? At number 3, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers in Week 8. This game, it doesn't have any of the major Super Bowl contenders in most people's minds, but doesn't need to be. These two teams are similar to the Texans they are potentially very good. They're just sitting there on the edges of what would be considered good teams. At number 2, we have the Cowboys versus the Lions in Week 14. The Lions, now that they're actually good, this game actually has some meaning to it. The Cowboys obviously will be looking to rebound from their disastrous 2024 season, and the Lions, of course, will be looking to continue on from what they did in 2024. And I think this could be a very exciting game. The Dallas Cowboys, obviously, roster-wise, will be the weaker team here, but there's always the potential that the Lions' injury bug returns. And at number 1, the game which I think is the most interesting Thursday night football game of the 2025 schedule is in Week 2, the Washington Commanders playing the Green Bay Packers. And this game, this early in the season, should be very exciting. The Packers obviously have a potentially great offense with many good to great pass catchers. They don't have a number 1 wide receiver as of yet. They drafted someone they think could be one, but he obviously hasn't gotten there yet, and we will see if he does. And the Commanders, one of the most exciting 2024 teams. They, in the Jaden Daniels rookie season, got to the NFC Championship game. So it's going to be very exciting to watch an up-and-comer in the Commanders taking on one of the most storied franchises in the NFL. So with that being said, guys, please like, share, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think. Which of these games are you most excited to see? And I'll see you next time.